The phone rang at exactly 3:17 in the morning. It wasn't my wife calling. It was the hospital. A nurse asked for my name twice, like she wasn't sure I was a real person. Behind her voice, I heard pain, groans, confusion, panic. Some of those voices were familiar. Voices I had laughed with, drunk with, trusted. She said, "Sir, your wife and 3 men were admitted at the same time. Severe stomach pain, high fever, confusion." I lay on my back, staring at the ceiling, counting the cracks above me. 4 admissions. Same symptoms. And I smiled. Not because it was funny, but because I already knew how this night would end. 2 weeks earlier, my wife had finally stopped pretending. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She snapped, clean, sharp, and cold. "If you can't handle me sleeping with your friends," she said, arms crossed, eyes daring me to react, "then leave. They're real men. Not like you." The words didn't stab me. Knives are messy. These words were precise, surgical. I stayed calm and asked, softly, "Which ones?" She laughed. Actually laughed. "All of them," she said. "God, you really are slow." That night, she slept peacefully next to me. I didn't sleep at all. I stared at the ceiling and started counting. Denial is loud. It screams. It begs. What I felt was quiet, heavy, settled. The next morning, I made her coffee like always. I kissed her cheek. I asked about her plans. Inside me, something rearranged itself. I began to notice patterns I had ignored for years. Group chats that went silent when I entered the room. Dinners I was never invited to. Friends who suddenly couldn't look me in the eye, like guilt had weight. I didn't accuse anyone. I observed. Phones don't lie. People do. While she showered, I synced her phone backups. I checked metadata, location history, late-night movements that overlapped too perfectly to be coincidence. Same hotel, same nights, always Thursdays. I watched her get dressed for those evenings with practiced calm. I told her to have fun. She thought that meant I was weak. She was wrong. The hardest part wasn't confirming the truth. It was realizing how carefully I had been chosen to play the fool. 3 friends. Men I had defended, lent money to, called brothers. They weren't careless. They were organized. They rotated nights, used hidden apps, left phones behind. Professionals. I saved everything. Screenshots, receipts, dates, times. I didn't confront them. I invited them over. Barbecue, beer, laughter. I watched them eat food I cooked with my own hands. I watched my wife smile like she had won something. And I planned. My wife trusted natural supplements. Organic blends. Things she believed were safe because they sounded healthy. Weeks earlier, I had replaced one ingredient. Not poison. Just a compound that reacts badly with alcohol. On its own, harmless. Mixed with alcohol, it creates chaos. One evening, I handed her a printed report. I didn't explain it. She skimmed it and laughed. "You think this scares me?" I met her eyes and said, "No, I think this explains you." She froze. Not fear. Recognition. That night, they drank heavily, celebrating something I wasn't invited to understand. By morning, they were screaming. By noon, they were admitted to the hospital. I arrived last. Calm, clean, composed. They lay in separate beds, pale, shaking, broken. The doctor entered, tired eyes, honest voice. "Gentlemen," he said slowly, "you're suffering from an acute toxic reaction. Same compound, same exposure window." Their heads turned toward me. My wife tried to speak. No words came out. I leaned close, low enough that only she could hear me. "As you wished," I whispered. I placed the folder on the tray table. Messages, proof, timelines. The doctor left. The room collapsed inward. One man vomited. Another begged. My wife stared at me like I was a stranger who knew every secret she had. You planned this? She asked. I nodded. Yes. No anger. Just fact. I never touched you, I said quietly. You did. I only adjusted the variables. She reached for me. I stepped back. That was the moment she understood. Not that she had been caught, but that she had lost. The divorce was fast, public, precise. I said nothing. Let the rumors destroy themselves. They recovered physically. They will never recover socially. I moved to a new city, new silence, new life. Sometimes I think about the man I used to be, the one who believed loyalty had to be loud. I don't miss him. Betrayal doesn't break you. It teaches you exactly where to cut and how.